Go ahead.
I'm Ted Woerner here at Carmel, Artomobilia, and proud to be here with my 1972 Eagle Offenhauser. It's a very interesting car, special car. The driver of this, the twin to this car, Swede Savage, was my racing hero, and he broke the track record in qualifying in 1973 on pole day in front of 250,000 fans. Unfortunately, he had a tremendous crash during the race and suffered fatal injuries. This is not his car, but it's a faithful reproduction of his car. It's an authentic All-American Racers Eagle chassis with an Offenhauser engine. The engine in it won the California 500 with Bobby Unser driving. And of course, due to the sensitive nature of the car, I asked the Savage family, in particular Angela Savage, who was born to Swede's widow 3 months after his death, for her permission and blessing to recreate this car as a celebration of her father's life and not so much a mourning of his death. So it was her conclusion that her father would have liked to see his car out in the public like this as a tribute to him, and so that people don't forget him. And Swede was 26 years old when he died, and as a young race fan, it kind of shook my world. But we brought this car to life, kind of put the pieces back together, if you will, and then we take this car around to various racetracks with the Vintage Indy Group, running exhibition laps at IndyCar races. So it's a unique car, very special, a lot of emotional feeling behind it, and very, very proud to own it and bring it out to the public.
Anything on the car you'd like to point out? What kind of motor?
So the engine in the car is a turbocharged Offenhauser engine. The Offenhauser has won the Indianapolis 500 27 times. It's the most successful engine in the history of the Indianapolis 500. The last time it won it was in 1976, so 3 years after this car, or the twin to this car was in the 500, was the last victory for the Turbo Offie. Back then, in this year, 1973, they didn't have any turbocharger boost limits, so the mechanics were free to crank up the boost as high as they dared, and they would put about 110 inches of turbo boost in the engine qualifying, and that would produce anywhere from 12 to 1,300 horsepower out of a 2.6 liter four-cylinder engine, which is pretty amazing. So, and that's about 400 horsepower more than the current Indy cars have. So 50 years ago, these four-cylinder engines were producing 400 more horsepower than the current IndyCar engine. So that's pretty interesting.
Awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you.